and welcome back to my channel. It has been a little bit since I filmed anything, so it feels kind of weird, but I needed a pick-me-up and you guys always make me feel better, so I decided to film, and today we're keeping it simple and we're just gonna do my November TBR. So October, as you will see in a couple of videos, was not my best reading month. I have said this in so many videos that I sound like a broken record, so I apologize, but I've kind of been in a bit of a life slump, and October really got the best of me, unfortunately, more so than a lot of other months have. I was really hoping that October was going to be my turnaround, but it was not, so I'm hoping that November will be better, but my expectations aren't too terribly high. I'm trying to kind of chill and just ride the wave, feel whatever I'm feeling, just, you know what I mean? So with all of that being said, however, that did not stop me from making quite an ambitious TBR, and my TBRs, if you've kept up with my TBRs versus my wrap-ups, are more of suggestions than anything else. Not for you, but for me, it's like a loose outline of what I might want to read throughout the month. So I have quite a few books here. I don't anticipate that I will get to all of them, but these are the things that if I feel like picking one of them up, these are the things that I think that I'll probably pick up. So with all of that being said, let's get started. We're gonna start with, like we do in almost every video, a book that I don't own physically, so I don't forget to talk about it, and that is Semiosis. I forget the author's name. I forgot to check because I completely forgot about it until I sat down to film, so I will put it up on the screen, but I saw this in a recommendation video from Katie Wismer. Apparently it's like a dystopian, but it's where like the plants are intelligent, like their own species of intelligent life, and so people are coming from Earth to this other planet where these plants are intelligent life, and they have to kind of like figure out how to interact with them. That is a very vague, loose synopsis of the one that she gave. The one that she gave is a million times better than the one that I just gave, so as with all of my videos, we'll have all of the books that I'm talking about linked in the description below in case you want to go check out the synopses for yourself. I will also have that video that she put out in the description in case you're looking for any other recommendations. But it sounds super interesting and I'm really excited. So I have that saved on Scribd, so I'm going to be listening to that audiobook this month, and I am so freaking excited. I also am in the middle of a couple of other audiobooks, but I don't know that I'll get to them, so if you're interested, hopefully I will be continuing on with reading vlogs in the month of November, so you can just check out those, and also my Goodreads. There's a lot of self-promo going on. I apologize, I don't normally do that, but I mean, that's what the description's there for, so it's in every video if you're curious. Now going on with the books that I physically own. First up, these are books that I have been reading since like March, I think, so like these should happen. It's important that they do, to me anyway, and the first one is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, followed by The Wicked King by Holly Black, in anticipation for The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black, which is the conclusion to this series. Everybody has been absolutely like raving about these since they came out, and I am like 100 pages into The Cruel Prince and I was enjoying it. I just put it down. I think I always pick it up in the middle of like a reading slump, so I never end up continuing, but I do really want to read these. They sound like things that I would enjoy. Plus Barnes & Noble just came out with the black editions again of them, and so I really want to pick those up because they are stunning, but I feel like I shouldn't until I actually read them, so I'm really excited. The next one is one of my most anticipated releases of the year, and I've had it since its release date. The author actually signed this, which is so freaking cool. It's not just one of those signed editions that you can pick up in bookstores, which are still super cool, but like I got to meet her, she signed it, personalized it. It was the coolest thing ever. I kind of geeked out a little bit, and that is Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim. This is an Asian-inspired fantasy. It's like Mulan meets Project Runway, and it just sounds so freaking incredible. And I think I've said this before, but I read like the little prologue type thing in the first page of the first chapter, and it was already so interesting. And I had every intention of continuing on with the book, but I never did, like so many other books. So hopefully this will happen. I do really want to read this year. It sounds absolutely incredible, and the writing style has already intrigued me so much. The next one is one that I've talked about a little bit on my channel and mentioned in TBRs before, but never actually picked up. But November seems to be the month that I like really enjoy fantasy for whatever reason, and so I've kind of had it in the back of my head that this will happen in November, and that is The Ruin of Kings by Jen Lyons. The sequel to this one also comes out this month. I don't remember what it's called. This sounds incredible. It's an adult high fantasy, and I haven't really heard anything else about it. There are dragons, and there is someone who is in jail, and it's told in like that, and that sounds super intriguing. So I'm really excited, and I really want to pick this one up. Plus this cover is everything. So hopefully, again, this will happen this month. I've had it in the back of my head that November is the month that I will read this, so I need to just make that a reality. I've been manifesting it for so long. I need a drink. All right, I feel better already. The next one is one that I think I've also put on TBRs before, but it's just this series in general that I really want to continue on with. I would love if I could finish it off by the end of the year, and that is Waiting for Spring, Volume 7. This is the volume that I am on currently. This is a basketball friendship shoujo manga is what I think it's classified as. Shoujo is the part that's questionable. I know it's basketball and friendship. This is about a girl named Mitsuki. It's been so long since I read this that I've forgotten the characters' names. I'm horrible. This is about a girl named Mitsuki who is starting high school and doesn't really have that many friends, and one day while she's at work in this cafe, the 4 most popular boys in her grade that are on the basketball team come in and they form an unlikely friendship with her, and it is so cute and so wholesome, and we've just been following them all since. There is a slow burn romance. There's a super annoying character that I hate in this, but it's fine. Currently there are 11 volumes out, and I have enjoyed most of them a lot. So the next one is one that I am so excited is out, and that is Twice in a Blue Moon by Christina Lauren. This year I've read so many of their books. It doesn't actually matter, but I think I've read like 5 of their books this year, and I have been thoroughly enjoying them, and I think that they are just an incredible adult romantic contemporary author duo. So this one has a very similar plot to Love in Other Words by them, and that makes me really excited because that is my favorite book that they have written together. Their books tend to have a pretty decent amount of humor but also deal with pretty serious topics. So in Roomies by Christina Lauren, it was dealing with like immigration and stuff. Telling you the other things and all of their other books would be spoilers, so I'm not going to, but that one is kind of obvious given the synopsis. But this one, other than the fact that it's 2 timelines, and it's like a second chance romance, I don't really know much else. It's pretty short, but the audiobook is like the same length as all of their other ones, so I'm really excited. I have already started listening to it, but I didn't get very far. But yeah, I'm really excited. This came out last month, but I listened to their books on audio, and that's when it was available. Next up is a graphic novel, and it's ridiculous that I haven't finished it already because I am literally halfway through and it's not that difficult, and that is The Backstagers, Volume 1, Rebels Without Applause by James Tinian IV, Rion Sig, and Walter Baiamonte. I apologize if I butchered those. It wouldn't shock me though. This is like a, I don't know if it's surrealism or magical realism, wholesome graphic novel. There are currently, I think, 2 volumes out, and it's really funny, it's really sweet, it's okay. It's not my favorite thing that I've ever read, but it's a very light and easy read, so if you're interested, I would recommend it. I think I've seen it compared to Lumberjanes. I don't know the author's names for those, but that graphic novel series. So if that's something that you enjoy, then maybe this would be something that's up your alley. But essentially it's about a boy who goes to an all-boys school and doesn't really have many friends. He doesn't like interacting with the other boys. They kind of scare him, and so he decides to join theater, and instead of actually joining the theater club, he helps out backstage and joins like the stage crew and finds like his place within them because they all seem to be like the misfits, but he thinks that that's like his perfect spot, and he's just in awe of the whole world that goes on behind the scenes. So it's been fun. It's ridiculous that I haven't finished it, so hopefully this will happen. If it doesn't, I give you permission to yell at me in the comments. Actually, please do it, because if I don't finish this by December, we have a problem. And the last book is one that I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about it, because it's gotten some pretty mixed reviews, despite the fact that it was a lot of people's most anticipated release of the year, and that is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. But this one is about like secret societies at Yale, but apparently it also deals with much darker themes. This is an adult book, not a young adult book. I have seen that all over Twitter, so be aware of that. This follows Alex, her name is Galaxy, but she goes by Alex Stern, and she has had a pretty rough go, and then she gets offered a spot at Yale to kind of monitor all of these secret societies. I skimmed Mel to the Any's review of this book, her blog post I think it was, and some of the themes that it deals with really intrigue me, so I'll try and like link her review down below. But I think going in with the background that it deals, or going in knowing that it deals with those topics, will better prepare me. So I think that this book is one that I have the potential to love, and it wasn't even one of my most anticipated releases. It sounded intriguing, which is why I picked it up, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh. I mean, it was cool that people got it early. I was envious of them because that's lucky. This is a highly anticipated release, but it was, I don't know how to explain it. I think you get it. It is a thriller, but also dealing with some pretty heavy topics, and I'm excited to see how it's done. I feel like I might actually love this, and that will be a pleasant surprise, but I'm not going in with super high expectations. That is everything for my November TBR. I say that is everything like it wasn't that much. It was a lot. We are aware. I am aware. I apologize for not posting a ton. I am doing my best, even though that might be hard to believe. I really am, I swear. I will hopefully have more videos out in November, so please be patient with me. I appreciate you all so much. I love you. I hope that you're doing well, reading, mentally, and otherwise. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I really hope to see you in my next one. Bye, guys.